So recently I got a call from a buddy of mine, and he told me there were some sky rats trying to colonize his building. And we all know how good that is for buildings usually. So I was asked to take care of the flying vermin. Naturally, I said yes, but there was an important condition: no powerful air guns of any sort. It's a residential building and we do not want to destroy the face of this thing, neither do the owners. So I started thinking, not something that I'm very good at, some people would say. And my first thought was a sub 12 foot-pound air gun would be perfect for the job, but I don't own any of those. So my second thought was, why not take one of my FAC air rifles and transform it to a sub 12 foot-pound one temporarily. Enter the Epic TWO Lite, a gun that's chambered in .22 caliber with a 300mm CZ barrel and one that you can easily dial up to over 50 foot-pounds, for instance with the 28.55 grain JSB diabolos, something that I showcased in my previous video. And now let's see if we can dial it down to less than 12 foot-pounds and still have some accuracy. What you just witnessed is this gun shooting the 18 grain diabolos by Edgun at a velocity of 380 feet per second only. I think that gives us energy at the muzzle of a little less than 6 foot-pounds. That's why I was shooting at 18 yards only, because past 22-23 yards the gun is simply not accurate enough, and besides it does not carry the energy to take down a sky rat humanely. I guess you could say that I did some research before I started targeting those filthy birds. As expected, they were nesting at that very same building in the tiny spaces underneath the air conditioning units. I could not shoot them there because I simply did not have a line of sight to those tiny narrow spaces. That's why it was not an option for me to target them at night. As you can see, I even managed to record a couple of the sky rats while they were hiding underneath those air conditioners at night. Sorry for the poor quality of the video, it was very difficult to squeeze in my camera in those narrow spaces. So my only option was to target those birds during the daytime when they were out perching on the face of the building. And that's exactly where the extremely versatile Epic 2 Lite set to this extremely low power level came in handy, because I didn't have to worry that I would damage something. My very first shot was successful, the pigeon was down and one of the local cats immediately took advantage of it. But with the second shot, I noticed that there was something off, probably because I hit it somewhere in the shoulder area, and we know that pigeons are strong flyers, they have strong wings. Believe it or not, I'm going to slow down the footage here. The pellet bounced off this bird. Now this serves to prove that pigeons are much tougher than they seem, and I think I've said it before. I knew I had to go back to the range, try to adjust the gun to a slightly higher power level, and then come back to my permission. That's 460 feet per second at the muzzle. Energy-wise, close to 9 foot-pounds. Much better, I think. So let's go back straight to action. And right after I finished the job at that new residential building permission of mine, I decided to go to my old silo permission and see if I can target pigeons there indoors in the grain storage houses at that very same low distances, not exceeding 20 yards, with this gun, the Epic 2 Lite, at that low velocity. See if I can do some good there as well. As a matter of fact, that's exactly where I am right now, at my silo permission. So let's not keep the cats waiting any longer. Wow, that was something. Well, thank you so much for finishing it off for me. Oh, you're unhappy about something, same as always, and happy at the same time. Yeah, that just happened. I finally got a permission from the management of this place to remove this bird because it's feeding on the fish in their fish farm. There is a fish out of the fish farm, and I think it's still alive. The gray heron that I've shown in some older videos of mine dropped it. It was scared by me and my buddy. It was perching right up there on that tower, right next to the warehouses, and didn't see me as a threat at all. That's a mistake it will never make again. There was a sparrow up there, and we're not particularly fond of those. I first took the shot and then made a second video to give you the reading of the laser rangefinder. Well, what can I say? And let me set the camera down. The Epic 2 Lite is truly versatile and didn't disappoint even at that ridiculous power setting.